Good morning. Today we'll be discussing topics from the book Meditations by J. Krishnamurti. It's a book published by the JK Foundation. It contains the classic collection of brief exports from J. Krishnamurti's talks and writings presented the essence of his teaching on meditation, a state of attention beyond thought, which being total freedom from all the conflict, fear and sorrow that form the content of human consciousness. This enlarged edition features even more of the great teachers saying that the original version, including some never before published material. The importance of this book is in spirituality or in the world of consciousness. As discussed earlier also, what is the hindrance? Why 99% people are not able to enter the state of consciousness? So that is a cardinal question, and that is the solution everyone is searching. This is called search for truth. So here it says that J. Krishnamurti has given talks in different parts of the world. He's called as the world teacher. In our podcast or in this channel, we have already done different topics of J. Krishnamurti. J. Krishnamurti Made Simple. And here, this book takes the topic of meditation from J. Krishnamurti's various speeches given in different parts of the world. So for us to read all the material and to find out what is meditation is difficult. So this book is very important because they have collected the versions of JK in different parts of the Buddhist speech actually. It is very interesting when JK makes his speeches and here he says that a state of attention and beyond thought. Every spiritual book, every spiritual leaders, everyone knows this is beyond our five senses. So thought and mind, a bundle of thought is mind actually. So we have to transcend the thought or mind. Then only we'll get total freedom. So through meditation we are seeking total freedom from all the conflict. And from the conflict, and where is this conflict actually? The conflict is because the observer observed effect, Jacques term. That means we see everything as three. Actually it is one. So what is happening when we see a particular thing as three or two, then conflict comes. Or in Jacques' words, we are the world. But we see outside and we talk about things which is happening outside us. Why? Because JK says it is because of fear. So what is love and what is fear? Theosophical Society's first object is unconditional love to all beings. To all beings. So what is driving us? Fear is driving us. And why fear is driving us? Because we want security. We want security. Let it be anything. In our house, job place or wherever, financially or whatever. And sorrow, that form the content of human consciousness. So this is human consciousness. So the gateway to human consciousness is meditation. And the most interesting part is JK always asking people, are you doing meditation? Then if someone says yes, what kind of meditation? So how do you meditate? See, normally we meditate on our breath or we meditate some object on condition. What condition? We say that if take deep breath in and out, then our mind will be relaxed. And we will go through certain forms of God and all. So JK says all this is a conflict, because there is nothing outside. And this is the teaching of J. Krishnamurti. And in this book, actually these are quotes taken from his speeches, from various speeches. Here, when the book Meditation first appeared in 1979, the question was raised as to whether it was appropriate to explore passages from Krishnamurti's voluminous writings and focus on only one subject. Surely experts would diminish the integrity and seriousness of his teaching, it was said. See, when we take a particular sentence from a teaching, is it right to take it like that? During its lifetime, 1895 to 1986, Krishnamurti never spoke topically, focusing only on one theme, but rather wove many threads of contemplation into an enormous tapestry. Should one withdraw just one thread for observation, and should they be exposed particular of the meditation is only one thread? So should we focus on only one thread? Over many years of immersion in the teachings of Krishnamurti, the overarching significance of meditation becomes increasingly clear. No matter what subject is delved into, it appears that the approach is with a mind that is free of the known. It is freedom from the known. But normally, all people, they go on reading their own material. So it's freedom from known. No matter what subjects is delved into, it appears that the approach is with a mind that is free of the known, of the assumption of the past. It is only such a mind, Krishnamurti says, a meditative mind. So he talks of a meditative mind. In certain contexts, he says of religious mind. What is that can inquire into such questions as fear? We should ask where the fear comes. Conflict. Where does the fear comes? Fear comes from the insecurity in us. Conflict. We are seeing everything as two or three. The observer-observed effect. A relationship. Just count the relationship which we are having with object, material or people. Everything is related. Most often everything is related to fear. Love. What is unconditional love? Death. And the most weird thing is that in reality there is no death. Physics, quantum physics, metaphysics, everything says that. See, there is no matter. Body is a matter. And what is the content? Electron, neutron, proton. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form. So that is the elementary school education we had, but we are not ready to apply in spirituality. The writings in this explained edition consist of additional material gleaned from talks, writings and diary notes. Not only from his talks, his writings and his diary notes, some of which have never been published. They represent an astonishing outpouring which illustrates the deep meaning meditation had in the life of J. Krishnamurti. The preface is written by J. Krishnamurti in March 1979. Man, in order to escape his conflict, to escape from his conflict, has invented many forms of meditation. So many forms of meditations are in numerous books. Thousands of type of meditations are there. These have been based on desire. So if you take something to get some result from out of it, then it is from desire. Desire comes from five senses. So that is not meditation. Will, then the urge for achievement. We want to achieve something. What are we trying to achieve? We are not happy with our life. We don't have peace with our life. And we search something outside, that something more is there. This conscious, deliberate striving is always within the limits of conditioned mind. So that is the point. See, conditioned mind. See, how do you think? How do we think? See, after our 6, 7 years of age, up to that 6 years, we were real God. We had no discrimination. We have no, separate desires or anything like that. After that, the society has put certain conditions. They had fed us stating that you should eat this, you should do this, you should study like this, you should dress like this, and you should be like this. Conditioned mind. And in this, there is no freedom. Here, there is no freedom. See, take any religion, any spiritual organization, they will compel us to do certain things. There is no freedom. It's like putting in a jail. All efforts to meditate is the denial of meditation. So JK says that, see, what is meditation? It is denial of meditation. See, now whatever we are doing in the name of meditation is not meditation. It is purely a gimmick, an exercise of five senses. So we should open our eyes and we should be in real meditative mind, not in meditation. There is a difference in between these two. And he says, meditation is the ending of thought. It's very simple. Meditation is the ending of thought. See, we are seeing a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset. Here, are we seeing it very clearly? No. We always compare, we always image, and we say today's sunrise is not that nice, not good, not excellent. Yesterday's was good. So we always shelve in this past and future. So mindfulness is the cardinal thing. Be in the present moment. And the real meditation, JK says, is seeing and hearing. We are not seeing anything. We always compare. We are not hearing. Say, for example, if I am just giving a talk and the people who are listening, they are not listening to me. See, they are just imaging. Whatever they had heard of meditation is there in the conditioned mind, and they will never change. And they will never change. But we have to come out. There is no freedom. To be in meditation means you have to come out of meditation. How many people can say this? No one has told this. Only the world teacher J. Krishnamurti can say this. It is only then there is a different dimension which is beyond time. So this is beyond time and sense. So we are limitless. We are boundless. See, if we do something expecting something, we are limiting us. And we are beyond time and space. See, we all know how the evolution came. It is through the Big Bang. From the Big Bang, there was a big sound. And there this evolution started. Really, what was there before the Big Bang? There was consciousness. So we have to merge with the consciousness. No meditation technique will reach us to consciousness. No meditation technique. And it's an absurdity. People say it's just calming of mind. And meditation will not reach to consciousness. And this book is not a continuous thing. It has been taken from different speeches. He says, a meditative mind is silent. It is not the silence which thought can conceive of. It is not the silence of a still evening. It is the silence when thought, with all its images, its words and perceptions, have entirely ceased. See, we have to inquire. See, from where is this coming? We say that we are peaceful, we are happy, and some say that I have given away everything. No, all this comes from thought, and that is not the real. Then, meditation is one of the greatest arts in life, perhaps the greatest, and one cannot possibly learn it from anybody. This cannot be learned from any book or from anybody. It has to come from us. It has to come from us. Then it says, it is curious how all important meditation becomes. There is no end to it, nor there is a beginning to it. See, meditation is a continuous process. There is no end and there is no starting. Imagine people do 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour meditation. That's not meditation. Meditation is to find out whether the brain, with all the activities, all it experiences, can be absolutely quiet. It's not through the technique. It should be a natural process. Silence and spaciousness go togetherness. We cannot limit, set boundary, and there is no silence. The immensity of silence is the immensity of the mind, in which a center does not exist. Then, meditation is hard work. It demands the highest form of discipline, not conformity, not imitation, not obedience, but a discipline which comes through constant awareness. Awareness should be there. What is the awareness? It is beyond our five senses, but also inwardly. Always to seek for wider, deeper, transcendental experience is a form of escape from the actual reality of what it is, which is ourself, our own conditioned mind. We expect something. We are actually that. When we go on searching, it amounts to conditioned mind. Meditation is one of the most extraordinary things, and if you do not know what it is, you are like the blind man in the world of bright color, shadows, and moving light. And if you don't know meditation, it's like missing the whole, a blind person missing the beautiful sights of the world. It can all be destroyed as you can destroy a flower, and yet because of its very vulnerability, it is indestructible. This meditation cannot be learned from another. It cannot be learned from other. You must begin without knowing anything about it and move from incense to incense. Don't go after books. Don't learn meditation. And if you do something learning, it comes from the five senses. It has to come from inside. Meditation is not something different from daily life. Do not go off into a corner of a room and meditate for 10 minutes, then come out of it and be a butcher, both metaphorically and actually. See, we do meditation and we say that we are merged with God. After that meditation, we create all kind of violence. JK calls us as a butcher. If you set out to meditate, it will not be meditation. That is the interesting thing. If you say that I am going to do meditation, it's not meditation. We are already in meditation. We are already that. If you set out to be good, goodness will never flower. Meditation is not a mean to an end. It is both the means and end. It is both the means and ends. What an extraordinary thing meditation is. If there is any kind of compulsion, effort to make thought conform, imitate, then it becomes a wearisome burden. It's not freedom. One has to find out for oneself, not through anybody. We have had the authority of teachers, saviors, and masters. If you really want to find out what meditation is, you have to set aside all authority. See, who is the authority? In spirituality, there is no authority. And there should be absolute freedom of thought. In Theosophical Society, they give absolute freedom of thought. You go with any organization, if they are compelling me to do something, then you are not in absolute freedom. Happiness and pleasure you can buy in any market at a price. Bliss you cannot buy either for yourself or for another. So the end result is eternal bliss or peace that you cannot buy from anything, that you cannot read from anything or you get it from another person, that we have to develop. I do not know if you have ever noticed that when you give total attention, there is complete silence. See, when we give our total attention, see that word when pronounced by J. Krishnamurti, you have to see his expression. Go to YouTube and you can search meditation JK. You can see it from the actual words of J. Krishnamurti. We hardly ever even listen to the sounds of dogs bark, or to the cry of a child, or the laughter of a man as he passes by. So you just imagine when we walk, the beautiful scenes are going around. A child is coming, the flower is there, the sky is there. Are we really seeing? No. See, we are mingled with our thought. We shelve in our past and we shelve in our future, and we miss this beautiful canvas of nature, and that is meditation. Try to see it, listen it unconditionally. Meditation is, meditation is the seeing of what is and going beyond it. It is the real seeing. JK says that, see, if you see a train, you're not seeing the train. You think about the first time when you got entered into the train. That is imaging. Perception without the world, that is without thought, is one of the strangest phenomena. And the perception is much more acute, not only with his brain, but with all the senses. Such perception is not the fragmentary perception of the intellect. See, JK talks about intellect and intelligence. Intellect comes from five senses. Knowledge comes from the five senses. Intelligence is beyond five senses, being with the universal consciousness or the one consciousness. And knowledge is getting from books and speeches or through five senses. Wisdom comes from inside. It is the ecstasy which gives to the eye, to the brain, and to the heart the quality of innocence. Meditation is never in time. Time cannot bring about mutation. It is beyond time and space. If you limit it to time and space, meditation will never happen. We have to alter the structure of our society, its injustice, its appalling morality, the divisions it has created between man and man, the wars, the utter lack of affection and love that is destroying the world. The violence is not outside. We discriminate and we say this is right and wrong. And we are conditioned, we have to come out of it. We are inquiring together as to whether you and I on the instant can completely change and enter into a totally different dimension, and that involves meditation, and that is real meditation. To meditate is to be innocent of time. Meditation comes beyond time and self. See, we are limitless and boundless. We are limitless and boundless. Meditation is not an escape from the world. It is not an isolation, self-enclosing activity, but rather the comprehension of the world and its ways. Understanding is meditation. Understanding is meditation is wandering away from this world? No, it's being in the world. If you deliberately take an attitude, a posture in order to meditate, then it becomes a plaything, a toy of the mind. See, really, we all say that we do meditation. See, JK says it's only a plaything, a toy of the mind. Meditation is to find out if there is a field which is not already contaminated by the known. See, we are conditioned. It's freedom from the known. It's nedi, nedi. We have to shelf off all which we have learned. Meditation is the flowering of understanding. It is the understanding. It is the real understanding. It was one of those lovely mornings that I have never been before. The sun was just coming up, and you saw it between the eucalyptus and the pine. It was over the waters, golden, burnished, such light that exists only between the mountains and the sea. It was such a clear morning, breathless, full of that strange light that one sees not only with one's eyes but with one's heart. And when you see it, the heavens are very close to earth, You are lost in that beauty. So this experience comes to us occasionally, but we have to make it permanent. See, for seeing a beautiful creative work or reading or seeing, when we listen to a song, when we see something, sometimes we will forget us. That is meditation. So meditate alone, get lost, and don't try to remember where you have been. Meditation is not a mean to an end. There is no end, no arrival. It is a moment in time and out of time. Meditation is that light in the mind which lights the way of action, and without that light, there is no love. Meditation is never prayer. Prayer, supplication is born of self-pity. You pray when you are in difficulty, when there is sorrow. But when there is happiness and joy, there is no supplication. On this morning, the quality of meditation was nothingness, the total emptiness of time and space. Meditation is not the mere control of body and thought, nor it is a system of breathing in and breathing out. Imagine what we are doing, it's not real meditation. The seeing of this whole complex process is meditation, from which alone comes order in this confusion. Meditation was like the river, only it had no beginning and no ending. It began and its ending was its beginning. Meditation is the total release of energy. Thought is the very denial of love, and it cannot enter into the space where the me is not. Meditation then is not the pursuit of some vision, however sanctified by tradition. Belief is so unnecessary as our ideals. Meditation at the hour was freedom, and it was like entering into an unknown world of beauty and quietness. It was a world without image, symbol or word, without waves or memory. Love was the death of every minute. The flowering of love is meditation. Beautiful definition. The flowering of love is meditation. In meditation, one has to find out whether there is an end to knowledge and so freedom from the known. So in meditation, we have to give up all the knowledge which we have acquired, all the knowledge, and so freedom from the known. Meditation is not concentration, which is exclusion, a cutting off, a resistance, and so a conflict. A meditative mind can concentrate, which there is no exclusion, a resistance, but a concentrated mind cannot meditate. In the understanding of meditation, there is love, and love is not the product of system or habit of following this method. Love cannot be cultivated by thought. Love cannot be cultivated by thought. Meditation is really very simple. We complicate it. So in short, JK says it's very simple, but we complicate it. The society, the religion, the organization, they say this is meditation, you do it, you'll get everything. That is not. Meditation is a movement in and of the unknown. It is about the unknown. See, now we say that we meditate if we get something. See, that is not unknown. That is conditioned mind. The meditation of a mind that is utterly silent is the beatification the man is ever seen. In the silence, every quality of silence is there. So what is silence? I have done a lecture in my YouTube channel. So you cannot find a definition of silence anywhere. No one can tell you what is silence. Silence is the thing, the real thing which we have to find out. Silence and the love is the two term. If we understand it, then we are it, and we are consciousness. Meditation is never the further experiencing. It is not only the ending of experience, which is the response of challenge, great or small. Meditation is the actions of silence. So we can summarize it. If we have silence, real silence and love, that is meditative mind. That is religious mind. Then meditation has no beginning and no end. Meditation is the freedom of the thought. The meditator's thought, nurtured in this conflict and injuries, and thought in meditation must totally cease. This is the foundation of meditation. To meditate is to transcend time. Meditation is the emptying of consciousness of its content, the known, the me. Meditation is destruction to security, and there is great beauty in meditation. The death that meditation brings about is the immorality of the new. This is something marvelous if you can come upon it. Any authority on meditation is the very denial of it. Do not make meditation a complicated affair. If you do not know the meaning and the beauty of meditation, you do not know anything of life. You do not know anything in life. You can sit in the right posture with your back straight, breathe correctly, do pranayama, and all the rest of it for the next 10,000 years. You will be nowhere. You will reach nowhere. Think about the practice we are doing. It's not meditation. To understand what meditation is, one must lay the foundation of righteous behavior. Meditation implies a quality of mind that can completely attend. Therefore, a mind can be completely still. Meditation is a marvelous thing. If you know the meaning of a mind, that is in meditation, not how to meditate. We will see what meditation is not, then we will know what meditation is. Meditation is not the repetition of the word, nor the experience of a vision, nor the cultivating of silence. It is not a silence which the observer can experience. If he does experience it and recognize it, it is no longer silence. See, it's the merging. When we say that we are in silence, who is telling it? That is the observer-observed effect. If I meditate and continue with what I have already learned, with what I already know, then I am living in the past, within the field of my conditioning. Part of meditation is to eliminate totally all conflict inwardly and therefore outwardly. Meditation implies a mind that is so astonishingly clear that every form of self-deception comes to an end. The mind then has a religious quality of unity. From that there can be action which is not contrary. The curious part of meditation is that an event is not made into an experience. If meditation is a continuation of knowledge, is the continuation of everything that man has accumulated, then there is no freedom. There is freedom only when there is no understanding of the functions of the knowledge. See, we are with knowledge, we have to be with intelligence, and therefore freedom from the known. In meditation, one may lay the foundation of order, which is righteous. There is no repetition of words or sentences or mantras or phrases in meditation. Virtues come into being like a flower of goodness when you understand. A system of meditation is not a meditation. Because system implies a method which you practice in order to achieve something. Meditation is to be aware of every thought. Meditation is never the control of the body. There is no actual division between the organism and the mind. What is religion? It is the investigation with all one's attention. Meditation, if you understand what it is one of the most extraordinary things. In the understanding of meditation, there is love. And love is not the product of system of habits or following a method. In meditation, the first thing to realize is that there is no use to seek. For what is sought is predetermined. What you wish. Why we do meditation? We want something. That is not meditation. A religious life is a life of meditation in which the activities of the self are not. We have to transcend the five senses. The whole point of meditation is not to follow the path laid down by thought to what it considers to be truth, enlightenment, or reality. There is no path to truth. There is no path to truth. It is a pathless path. There is no meditator in meditation. If there is, it is not meditation. That's what I said. That's what we said. It is one we see it as three. See, we say that we go and sit on a particular place. Who is doing meditation? And what you will get it. Meditation is a state of mind which looks at everything with complete attention. Meditation is emptying the mind of all our life is based on thought, which is measurable. Meditation is the emptying of the content of consciousness. It is the total attention of meditation. There is no knowing, no recognition. For most of us, beauty is something in a building, in a cloud, or it's outside. But actually it's inside us. Because like joy, the understanding of beauty is essential in meditation. Meditation is the emptying of mind of all thought. It is only a still mind that understands the quiet mind. Meditation is the innocence of the present, and therefore it is always enough. Meditation really is a complete emptying of the mind. Meditation is one of the most serious things. You do it all day, in the office, with the family, when you say to somebody, I love you, when you are considered your children. See, it's a continuous process. Every moment we are on meditation. To be absolutely nothing is to be beyond measure. Love is meditation. Love is not a remembrance, an image sustained by thought as pleasure. Meditation is not the mere experience of something beyond everyday thought. Meditation is always new. The meditation of today is a new awakening, a new flowering of the beauty of goodness. Meditation is the ending of the world. The empty mind cannot be purchased. So, in this book, it teaches us what is real meditation. So, we have to check out what we are doing in the name of meditation is not meditation. Thank you.